What's up, guys? I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I believe are the most important things that women need to learn for self-defense. So previously in another video, I talked about the triad of self-defense, which is jiu-jitsu, striking, and firearms training, okay? So in my opinion, firearms training and jiu-jitsu are the most important things that a woman needs to learn for self-defense. The first thing that I would do actually is not jiu-jitsu. I would learn firearms first. I would get your concealed. I would, get a reputable instructor, a good instructor that can take you to the range and can teach you how to, draw your pistol and fire accurately. So the reason for this is the firearm is the great equalizer, okay? It's the only thing that can possibly put an 80-year-old woman that weighs 100 pounds against a 250-pound football player and make them, roughly have an equal chance of winning the exchange. That woman is not going to be able to use jiu-jitsu. I don't care how skilled she is. She's, too old. She's too small. She's not going to be able to use jiu-jitsu on its own to defend herself against an assailant that's twice her size and many times physically stronger. But the firearm will protect her. So for that reason, I think firearms are actually the first thing you should learn how to be proficient in, learn how to be safe with using, and you should train with it consistently at a range. Find an instructor that can take you through that and teach you how to fire properly, right? Don't go by yourself if you're a beginner. Make sure you go with someone that's really experienced and can teach you how to fire well and can teach you all the safety rules as well. By the way, you should know all the safety rules. Treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Keep your finger outside the trigger guard until you're ready to fire. Make sure you're aware of your target and also what is behind it. And also only point your gun in a safe direction. Do not ever point it at anything you do not intend to destroy. It's important that you guys know those rules. And before you even go out to the range for the first time, you should have those rules memorized and you should treat your gun with the respect that it deserves because it is a serious weapon. Now, after you've done that, start jiu-jitsu training. Now, here's why, okay? You may not always have your gun on you, so you will always have your jiu-jitsu skill on you, but you may not always have your firearm on you. So your jiu-jitsu skill will carry through in whatever situation you're in, you'll be able to draw upon it. The second thing is you may be too close to the other person to draw and fire in time if you do need to defend yourself. My instructor says that, if you're within 21 feet of an opponent, there's a good chance that before you draw your firearm and you're capable of firing, they will be able to close the distance on you. So you may need to have some grappling knowledge in order to, at the very least, create some distance, frame, and then draw your firearm and fire. If you do get taken to the ground, you will need to use your jiu-jitsu skill in order to recover basic position and not be in a position in which you could get struck, okay? The other thing, too, is that typically the things that women need to defend themselves are different than the things that men need to defend themselves. So women that need to defend themselves against sexual assault realize this is basically a grappling situation. So you need to have some jiu-jitsu skill in order to be able to successfully get away, to successfully subdue your opponent. And, it's important for that reason. So the third part of the triad, the striking, that's nice to have. That's nice for a woman to have. And, I certainly encourage it if you've already gotten considerable jiu-jitsu skill and you do have a firearm and you do train with it. But ultimately, firearms training is the most important. Jiu-jitsu training is the second most important, right? And then if you want to learn striking after that, great. But if you're a complete beginner to self-defense and martial arts, that's the order that I would go by. Okay, so I hope you guys liked the video. If you like the content that we produce, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified when we have new videos out. If you disagree with something that I said or you want to expand upon something in the video, make sure you leave a comment. Click the like button if you like the video. I know I say this stuff all the time, but it really does help us in the algorithm if you guys do these things. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.